This Hamilton seller lost 300 grand just selling their house, not in a crash, not from bad luck, just bad choices. It didn't have to happen. I'm going to show you what went wrong and how you can avoid it completely. This wasn't some ultra luxury piece of real estate. They listed at 1.8 million. 16 months later, they sold for 1.5 million. That's $300,000 burned. And the worst part, it looked amazing on the outside. Big lot, over an acre, a sport court, putting green, custom landscaping. They spent $250,000 just on the yard. But inside, the house was completely disconnected. It was a 1950s ranch, boxy layout, low ceiling, small kitchen, cramped family room. And yeah, they added a second floor, but they never updated the first. So it felt kind of weird, like two houses stitched together. Even though it was over 3,000 square feet, it felt tight, awkward, not luxury, not inviting. The basement, tiny, unfinished, basically storage. And in Hamilton, people want basements, especially when they're paying over $1 million for a home. Now, here's where it went from bad to worse. They were told to declutter, so they got rid of everything, literally everything. No couch, no dining table, no decor, just cold, empty space. And then in the bedrooms, boxes, closets overflowing, garage packed to the brim. It didn't feel clean. It didn't feel lived in. It just felt kind of sad and awkward. Buyers walked in, looked around, and immediately left. When my opportunity came to finally sit down with these people and talk to them about a strategy to get their home sold, my recommendation was that we list their house at $1.5 million. Unfortunately, they didn't want to hear it. They'd spent too much. They wanted more. So they went ahead and they listed it at 1.7 million. I warned them. Too high means too long on the market, but they did it anyways. We got showings. The beautiful exterior pulled in people, but as soon as they stepped inside the house, game over. No offers, no traction, no emotional connection whatsoever. And every week, the listing lost even more power. We sat at 1.7 million and the house sat with us week after week. Showings came, but no one bid. Buyers said the same thing. The layout feels off, too much work. Where's the basement? And there's no warmth in here. Some liked it a lot, but they liked the location, but not enough to deal with the house itself. So I told the sellers again, we're too high. Ideally, we should be coming down to 1.5 million. They didn't love hearing that, but eventually they agreed to drop from 1.7 to 1.6. Not low enough, but a step in the right direction. The problem was we'd already lost momentum. Buyers saw the days on market and thought, what is wrong with this house? That's what happens pretty much every time when a listing goes stale. People start assuming there's a problem, even if there isn't. They think if it's been sitting there this long, it must be overpriced or worse, something hidden behind the walls. So now we're on defense. Instead of launching hot, we're chasing buyers, trying to overcome skepticism, trying to rebuild energy, but it's totally vanished at this point in time. Now I'm doing open houses every single weekend, accompanied by showings every week, giving the same tour, explaining the same issues over and over and over again. And here's exactly what the buyers kept saying. This feels like a project. I'd have to redo the kitchen, ceilings are too low, no finished basement, no thank you. Even though it looked unbelievable on the outside, people buy the inside. That's where they live, and the inside felt wrong. Want to know what was really needed? Paint, new flooring, updated lighting, some modern furniture, and staging. Basic stuff that would have cost them maybe 10 grand and could have saved them 300. Instead, they fought the feedback and wanted to wait for the perfect buyer. Spoiler alert, that buyer never arrived. Let me say something important. Your first 14 days on market is everything. That's where the listing is fresh. That's where buyers are watching and when demand is at its peak. Miss that window and you're playing catch up. This is why I always push hard for correct pricing out of the gates. It's why I push hard for staging. Photos matter, but energy matters even more. Homes give off a vibe. Clean, staged, smells good, feels good, and creates desire. This home felt cold, empty, and somewhat disconnected. So what happened next? We dropped again, this time to 1.5, finally to where I suggested we be in the first place. But the energy was gone. Buyers had moved on. Now it felt like it was old inventory. They said if it's been sitting around this long, there's got to be some kind of catch. And that's when the lowball offers started coming in. 1.4, 1.35, 1.3. Buyers knew they had leverage, and the sellers, they were tired. They were carrying two homes, and they were done with all of this mess. After 16 months, they accepted an offer at 1.45. From 1.8 to 1.45, just like I said, only now they had lost all their power, all their leverage, and all their time. And $300,000 up in smoke because they wouldn't start at the right number, because they didn't prep the house, because they didn't trust the market. Don't let that be you. If you're thinking about selling, you need to be smart, you need to be strategic, and you need the truth. That's why I created the Seller's Playbook. It's totally free, and it breaks down exactly what to fix, what to skip, and what buyers notice and what they don't. The link's below. Download it. Even if you're a year out from selling, start prepping now. You'll thank yourself later. And if you don't have an agent you trust, connect with me, book a free no pressure strategy call, and we'll review all of your options. You don't need to be an expert. You just need the right plan, the right strategy, and the right people in your corner. I want to be one of those people for you. So if this is hitting home, like this video, subscribe to this channel, share this with someone you love that's thinking about selling their home in the future. Now, before we move on, this is big. I'm going to give you the 5 updates that would have saved this deal and the 5 common upgrades that waste money every single time. Stick with me. This next part could save you thousands. Right. So we've seen the mistake. We've seen the price drop. Now let's talk about how to avoid it. These are the 5 simple updates that could have made this home sell faster, for more, and with significantly less stress. And then the 5 things they spent money on that did nothing. Let's go. Number 1, paint. It's cheap, it's fast, and it changes everything. This house had marks on the walls, old colors, nothing cohesive. A coat of modern neutral paint would have made it feel brand new. Think warm grays, soft whites, nothing trendy, just clean. My personal favorite is Spare White from Benjamin Moore. This update alone makes buyers say they care for the house. Number 2, clean the house properly. I'm not talking about a quick tidy up. I'm talking about a full deep clean. Corners, baseboards, vents, closets. One other thing, it should smell fresh. It should feel fresh and look like it's been cared for. Buyers feel that, and the second they walk in the door, that builds trust. Number 3, flooring. The family room carpet was old and stained, worn down. New carpet would have cost about $1,500. That's it. And if they really wanted to take it over the top, they could have installed vinyl or laminate at about $3 a square foot. Instead, that eyesore made buyers feel like the whole house was neglected. Every buyer looked at it and said, this place needs work. Number 4, lighting. Lighting changes the mood of the whole room instantly. Modern fixtures cost almost nothing these days. Swapping out the dated ones would have made this home feel more current, more high-end, without breaking the bank. Number 5, staging. This one was a deal breaker. When you remove all of your furniture, you remove all of your energy. Empty houses feel cold, disconnected, and unloved. They could have spent $5,000 on proper staging, and it would have made them $50,000 more. Let me say this again. Buyers don't want bricks and drywall. They buy emotions. They imagine themselves living in the space, and if there's nothing there to imagine with, they bounce. All right, now let's flip it. Here are the 5 things they did spend money on that buyers did not care about at all. Number 1, the putting green in the backyard. Yeah, it was super cool, and it made the backyard unique, but it didn't increase the home's value. It's a lifestyle thing, not a value thing. For someone like myself that doesn't golf, it would be worth absolutely zero to me. No one's paying an extra 50 grand because you can chip golf balls in the backyard. Number 2, the sports court. Same deal. It looks great in photos, but most buyers aren't making decisions based on a mini basketball court in the backyard. It might help people get in the door, but it won't close the deal. Number 3, basement flooring. They put money into flooring in the basement, but the basement itself was tiny, unfinished, and basically just used as storage. That money went nowhere. It was a total waste. Next, overspending on landscaping. Now, don't get me wrong, curb appeal matters a lot. Landscaping helps sell a home, but spending thousands and thousands of dollars on it, that's not going to come back to you. It may help with speed, but it's not going to help with price. If you're spending more than a few $1,000s on landscaping, you're not investing, you're decorating. Number 5, fancy sunroom addition. Beautiful. Big windows, lots of light, but no buyer ever said, I'm going to pay more because of that sunroom. They didn't care because the main layout wasn't working and the rest of the house needed attention. Now, if they'd done the paint, replaced the carpet, updated the lights, and staged just a little bit, they probably could have sold close to the asking price, maybe even avoided the price drops altogether. Because they made the wrong investments and they skipped the right ones, they sat on the market for months, lost time, lost money, and left $300,000 on the table. So here's what I want you to take away from all of this. Buyers, they care about condition, they care about flow, they care about maintenance, they care about energy. They don't care how much you loved your custom sunroom. They don't care how much the putting green cost. They care about how it feels when they walk in the front door. So if you're thinking about selling, start here. Look at your home through the eyes of a buyer. Is it clean? Is it fresh? Does it feel like a space people want to live in? If not, no big deal, but it's time to fix it. And if you don't know where to start, I've got you covered. Download my free seller's playbook right now. It breaks down low cost, high impact upgrades, what to skip, best paint colors, lighting tips, and how to prep your home like a pro. Whether you're selling in the next month or in the next 10 years, the link below, it's totally free and it's going to save you real money. Also, if you need an agent you can trust right here in Hamilton or anywhere else for that matter, book a free strategy call and I can help you find one. No pressure, no spam, just someone we've vetted that will actually get you to where you want to be. Fill out the form below and I'll match you personally with someone in your market. If you're looking to sell in Hamilton, book a strategy call with me and we'll go over your options. results. If this video's helped you, hit the like button, subscribe, and send it to someone you care about because it could end up saving them a lot of money. Real estate isn't just about buying and selling, it's about protecting your biggest investment. You've got one shot to get it right, so let's make sure you do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.